Good morning, everybody, and welcome to MagHub Monday. I'm your host, Nick, and today we are going to be talking about something that is near and dear to my heart and the hearts of many salespeople that use our system every day. To help me out with our kind of presentation today, I've got the incredible Jenny Oister, who many of you know and have likely worked with over the past almost 5 years, right?
Mm-hmm. 5 years.
Wow. So Jenny is our sales development manager here at MagHub, and so Jenny, thanks for being here.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. So I can tell everybody how I use the MagHub system to make sure I stay on top of everything that I have to do every day.
Incredible. Yeah, one of the things that when Jenny and I started working together, it was so funny because I thought I could manage everything on pen and paper or in a task list, and I was double entering everything into the CRM, and I thought that was the way to do it. And Jenny came along and said, well, why don't you just use the calendar? So Jenny is one of the earliest adopters of the calendar system inside of MagHub. And so she's going to kind of walk us through what her day-to-day looks like when using the system that you guys all have access to. So Jenny, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, now everybody has probably fainted because you said I did something before you, which is very unusual. As you all know, I'm a seasoned rep. So when I first came on board, I was scared to death because I used to use a day timer. So yes, the calendar is very important to me and how I start my day. When I log into MagHub, of course, I come to my dashboard to see, anything that I have outstanding that's important, contracts that are coming due. But I immediately go up to my quick links and click on my calendar so that I can get a look at what I have. As you can see, I normally don't have any past dues. That means that red exclamation point means I didn't get it done yesterday. And on the old calendar system, I bring it up this way and it shows me everything I need to do. What I want to show you all today is we have a new dashboard that is still under construction, so to speak, but you can easily get to it by clicking on the home button, going down to the new dashboard, clicking on that, and it will take you to your new dashboard. What I like to do is I don't like the monthly view, I like the weekly view. So I can see the whole week, what days are busy, what days are not so busy. And then I have my agenda over here on the right-hand side. What my clients know about me is that if they ask me to call them back next week on Wednesday at 2 o'clock, they know I'm going to call them next Wednesday at 2 o'clock. And the only way I can make sure that I do that is to make sure that I mark a to-do in the system and follow up with them accordingly. In order to be successful in sales, you have to make sure that you're following up when the client wants you to. Don't be afraid to ask them if they say, hey, I'm busy today, but give me a call next week or next month. Ask them, when can I reach back out? Is it in a week or two, or is it in a month? So if I am busy during the day doing my normal tasks and somebody was to call me, I go up while I'm talking to the person on the phone and, oh, Nick, pick a client. Who should I pretend that I'm just talking to somebody?
Yeah, how about a budget blind?
All right.
While you're going there, I want to kind of highlight something that you said. It's so simple, but oftentimes overlooked, is just doing what you say you're going to do. If you tell someone you're going to do something on a certain day, you should do it. And the calendar system, like Jenny said, really helps make sure you stay on top of that.
Yes. For those of us that have been around a while that used to use day timers, that was why we use day timers, to make sure that we followed up with the client when we either told them we were going to follow up with them or when they wanted us to reach back out with them. So let's pretend that Jack just called me. So I am talking to him right now. Because it's a phone call, I'm going to click call, and I'm going to click that I'm talking to Peter, and he's just calling me, and he's telling me that he wants me to prepare a quote for him for a half-page ad for the next 6 months. And he wants me to do that by June 15th. So here I am going to I've ended the conversation. I'm going to schedule my to-do by clicking on here, mark to-do, save the phone call, so it's logged under the activity file, and he wants it by June 10th. So I'm going to mark my calendar for next Friday the 5th. Start working on 6-month half-page ad. I'm very OCD, very detail-oriented. I put everything I can in the notes field so that I know when I go to my calendar, I can look and find out exactly what it is that I need to do. By that, what I'm trying to say is that if I pull, and I'm sorry, I did something by mistake. I normally open a new tab, and that's what I should have done for the account that I just pulled up. But here, if you click on Jersey Mike's and the information button, this is going to show you the last several notes that you put in the system so that when you're talking to them or before you send the email, you can take a look without going to the client's file to see exactly what is going on in the client's file. So that's what I do. Like I said, I live in my calendar, and I always say if it's not in MagHub, it never happened. So if you get a phone call or you send an email, make sure it's logged in the activity file, because if you didn't log it, it never happened, or it's never going to happen. And that's the way I run my day.
Thanks, Jenny. So one of the things too is that I throw you a little curveball here, but one of the things that a lot of the reps that use MagHub have to deal with is being on the road certain days and using the mobile app to log activities or track, engagements with customers. There is a mobile app section and video in MagHub Monday, so you guys can take a look at that to kind of freshen up your skills on the to-do system. But the benefit of that is that it all hooks up back into this calendar that Jenny's looking at. And one of the things that Jenny mentioned before we hopped on this call is that she likes to look at her calendar in a week view or occasionally in a monthly view. But she does this because if she wants to plan a meeting, like an internal meeting or maybe a couple of demos with a customer, she can see at a glance what days she's busy and what days she has a little bit more flexibility. And so the reps that go on the road, if you're maybe spending a day or you want to spend a day go visiting clients, you'll know, oh, well, I've got 30 to-dos on Wednesday. I probably don't have time to go visit like 3 to 5 of my customers. Right? Maybe you should push that off to, in this case, it's like Friday's free. Maybe you should go do that on Friday. So, okay, last question for you today, Jenny. What happens if you're really busy on one day and you don't get to all of your follow-ups? Like, how do you adjust for that in days going forward so you can make sure that you either tackle the ones that are extremely pressing either first thing the next morning or push the ones out that maybe can wait a couple of days? What do you do? How do you use the system to do it?
So this is another thing that I like about the new dashboard is that, so it's Monday afternoon, it's 6 o'clock at night, and I still have these to-dos that I didn't complete. Oh no, what am I going to do? I hate seeing this spread. It's so easy to click the Select All button, go over here to where it says Bulk Actions, use the drop down, change the selected dates, and now I can push these all into tomorrow, update, and watch. Bam, they disappear. So if I refresh my page, you are going to see that they have all been moved over to Friday for me. How simple was that?
Too easy.
Too easy.
Very true.
The other thing I want to remind everybody, don't forget, if you have any issues on how to do something, make sure you use that help center right here. Need help? Go to the help center and you type whatever it is that you want to learn about, hit enter, and there's all kinds of things that'll come up under calendar. So that's all I have to say for this lovely Monday morning.
Excellent. Yeah, I know the team worked really hard on putting together this new health center. So yeah, thanks for highlighting that. I think we're still making sure that all of the content is in there. So if you do notice something and say, well, hey, that page is blank, or hey, this needs to be updated, make sure you put a problem ticket in as well. So Jenny, you want to show them how to do that real quick? So she's going to go here to the need help, same as where the help center is, and then just second one, which is report a problem. If you can grab a screenshot of the page, fantastic. If not, no worries. Just the title and a description should point our team in the right direction.
You're absolutely correct, and they will respond.
Absolutely. Fantastic, Jenny. Thank you so much. I know our viewers are going to be really excited to see how you use the system day in and day out. Sales is sales is sales. It doesn't really matter what you're selling. The process is very, very similar across the board. So
that is correct. You're welcome. It's been my pleasure. If anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out at any time.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your Monday.
Bye.